Welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Jason
and Kelly, or not Kelly.
Erik. You know that you're half dwarf, right?
What if I'm the Brad Pitt of dwarf kind?
Kelly, his wife, fucked it a lot.
What's up, guys? It's Steve. I had hair when I was younger.
Like, watch this, guys. I'm gonna totally make them do it.
Hey guys, it's Steve with Hap Gaming, and welcome back to another 2.5 stars. I'm joined by
Erik.
Kelly.
Jason.
And Rick.
This week we watched Aliens, directed by James Cameron, written by James Cameron and David Giller, starring Sigourney Weaver, Michael Biehn, and Carrie Henn. IMDb synopsis: Ellen Ripley is rescued by a deep salvage team after being in hypersleep for 57 years. The moon that the Nostromo visited has been colonized, but contact is lost. This time, colonial Marines have impressive firepower. But will that be enough? That was real fucking rough for me, apparently. So what do you guys think?
Yeah, so it was not enough.
Their firepower wasn't impressive, even. They didn't have heat-seeking bullets or anything cool that they should have in our future.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, look at Fifth Element. Like they got those repeater rounds.
Yeah, let's have heat-seeking bullets on a creature that doesn't show up on infrared around a giant cooling station that's letting off tons of heat. That works out real well.
I didn't say they had to work properly. No, it's like he said. They need the, what do they call those?
The repeating rounds that they have in Fifth Element, where you just hit your target once, and then
it chases
all the rounds will go to that same target.
Did you see how good these guys were shooting, though? They weren't hitting shit.
Well, that's not true. Those walls were real beat up.
Okay, Steven. These are the precursor to the Stormtroopers.
Different galaxy, man.
Exactly. Well, you know, they went to another galaxy.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they went to a galaxy far, far away.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Exactly. That's why it's called a galaxy far, far away.
And they did it long, long ago, just like when this movie was made.
Uh-huh.
In 86 is long, long ago?
Was this in 86? I feel like this movie was like late 70s.
Nope, 86.
Oh, jeez. This was, in my opinion, and still is to this day, the best Alien movie there is. I love this movie. For the Alien series. There's other better Alien movies, but not in the Alien franchise. Movies with aliens.
Predator is the best Aliens movie.
Predator's just decent.
He said that
Technically, it's in the same franchise. They did a movie together.
You know what I meant. Everyone knows what I meant. Erik's just trying to get a rise out of me. It almost worked.
I think
it's working a little bit.
my favorite is Alien 3. The one on the prison planet. Yeah, that's terrible. And
Why?
No, it's not. I'm being sarcastic. That's the worst movie. That I think I like Alien 4 better than Alien
Resurrection
3.
Better than 3?
Yeah, definitely. They don't have some like made up double Y chromosome man, right? That's like a crazy. Remember that part of Alien 3?
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, they have two Y chromosomes, so instead of being XY, they're YY.
Yeah.
So they have a uppy downy, and then they're just like Zorn. Except that would have been awesome.
Apparently,
instead it was just like, instead it was just a bunch of fat dudes who were like, yeah, we're really mean.
Extra aggressive.
Yeah, it's like I don't see Brock Lesnar in there. Fuck off.
Damn it.
Thought this was the future.
How old was his Brock Lesnar? He's like our age, right? Maybe
No,
a little
he's
older?
like 42, 43.
Yeah.
That's kind of in our age group. That's the age of people I would still hang out with.
I would hang out with a cool 60-year-old, no problem.
Well, so would I if they were cool.
I mean, I think I would hang out with a cool... Oh, boy, yeah, you just can't hang out with anybody younger than, like, what do you think, 18?
I think 18 is a pretty solid cutoff, but I feel like...
I mean, like, I was like, thinking about,
maybe.
like...
Keep it safe.
Like, I have nephews, right? And one of them is, like, how old is it? He's 12? I think he's 12.
11. He'll be 12 in February.
Or he's like my height, so whatever age that is, okay? I was like, oh, I can hang out with him, and then I'm like, you just can't hang out with kids. There's just you have to have a female present. It's not good. Don't
For
you guys
anyone who
think?
doesn't know, Erik isn't super tall, so a 12-year-old being as tall as him isn't really impressive.
Well, I'm not below the national average.
No, you're not. I'm not saying
so.
you're not a short
I'm not even
guy.
the shortest one in the group,
Oh.
Jason.
and I'm definitely the longest.
Yes, let me lower my high chair, folks.
There we go. Now he's about level.
Hey, you shut up! Don't you tell me about it! Don't you tell me about it! Shut up!
Oh, I can't sit like that.
But yeah, I mean, so like, if what was her name? Ripley?
Ripley?
Ripley? Yeah, Ripley.
Riley?
I don't fucking know.
That
Yeah,
sounds
but-
like a millennial name for sure, though.
Yeah, so like, if Ripley like had been smart and been like, nope, fuck you guys, no, don't care, not gonna do it, fuck off. I mean, that would have just pretty much solved all her issues.
She should have just been like, "You have nukes, right? That's a thing. You like blow it up."
Yeah,
Well,
but
I
the
mean,
whole
she-
plan
she-
was that they wanted to bring an alien back.
They do
Yeah.
in Aliens 4 when they bring
Well-
back her embryo that hatched out of her stomach while she was burning in molten like lava or something.
Spoiler.
You should watch Alien 3 because they succeeded
Yeah,
in this movie.
they succeed in the books also. So they've got like a whole big hatching plant and stuff like that in one of the books I was reading. It's real messed up because they like totally cut all the shit off of the face huggers. There's no like tail or anything like that, and basically it's just enough to so they can spit the eggs out and that's it. And it's real fucked up. I'm just like, what do you guys? Why would you even do that? Because the face huggers just like break their legs off and acid the glass until they can get through, or acid the metal around it and shit. So it's real fucked up.
That's
Because-
pretty fucking awesome. That's good writing.
Well, they want to use them. They want to use the armor, their body armor for the Marines, and then they've got like swords and shit like that they're like using their fucking their crazy tail blades and shit. And then they wanted to do something with the acid from the blood to like help cut metal and mine and stuff like that.
What is it
Just
number?
a lot of real dumb shit.
What is it
Why
number-
wouldn't you just extinctify them? That's what you do with
should.
that
Yeah.
kind of a thing.
Definitely should.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's what we like when we have a plague, right? With what was that one that we got rid of? Smallpox, I think. Yeah, we got rid of that.
We got rid of a few.
Sorta.
Polio.
Kind of came back.
Polio.
because
We got
people
rid
are
of
dumb.
polio, right? Polio is terrible. It made that one president not be able to walk right.
Yep.
So they got rid of it. They're like, fuck polio. And then that's what you should have done with the aliens. Why don't they have an aliens book or a movie about the book with the fake alien robot that fucking attacks stuff? And like, I read that book. That was pretty cool. It had a fake. All I remember about it was they had an alien synthetic, like it was based, and it could fool the aliens.
Huh. I haven't read that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was like, oh,
That
this
sounds
is such a
cool.
good idea for a movie.
Well, don't the aliens typically like don't even bother with the synthetic? Like they
No,
can, like,
they don't.
They
Not
can
really.
like just like tell that's not a real human being. Like fuck off with that thing. So long as it's not fucking with me, I'm just gonna just ignore that bitch. Because what the fuck? I mean, like what use is that to me? Because I mean, the alien's main thing is well reproduce and make more of itself.
I don't know. It killed the synthetic in here. It killed Bishop. So
No, yeah.
Yeah, but it
that's-
didn't hunt him
it
down.
did what it would do to something that I can't impregnate and make a baby out of. So
Yeah, but that, Steve, that was an alien queen, okay?
yeah, sure.
And that alien was like, "Don't you get in my way, bitch!" And then it stomped its ass.
When I
Well,
saw
it was
that-
like it was like pretty much like when you get like a fly around you that's just like bothering you. You're like, get the fuck out of here, you little bitch. And you fucking swat it. Yeah, I mean that's pretty much what the queen was doing with it.
Yep.
So it reminded me of that episode of Futurama Ricky with the Queen Slurm worm.
Oh yeah, uh huh.
So, in Aliens 4, doesn't Ripley get acid blood?
She becomes like an alien
Hybrid?
human hybrid.
Okay.
Yeah.
and that's when she thinks she's all like fly and shit, right? When she's like bouncing the ball behind that guy's head or some shit, right? Isn't it that
Flies
one?
and cool or flies and bzzz?
No, like I thought she was cool. Yeah,
Oh.
What the fuck century are we in?
Well, that's pretty much the century fucking Ripley stuck in.
I think whoever part of the bum that hit Johnny's truck, like his spray, got on Ricky and is transporting him into full bumdom because he just said
Apparently.
Ripley thought she was fly.
Fly as fuck, yo.
I was expecting like for a white guy or some lyric of a song or something.
Who knows? It probably
I was
came back
like, what
around again, and we just did it. We're not in the loop. We're not in the cool loop. So. I don't
What?
know.
We're nerds. We're nerds.
Ricky
are never
is
in
the
the cool
only
loop.
one in the cool loop, apparently.
Maybe.
I do socialize more than you people. Only because I'm forced to, but you
What
know,
do you mean, you
still.
people?
Yeah, you people.
Pretty messed up. Ricky.
Ricky.
Well, I don't see any other gingers around here, so yeah, you people.
We had
Can't
an
believe
issue
he's
with fucking. We had an issue with talcum powder for even to show up on the fucking camera. Ricky, what are you talking about?
Oh shit. What do you think an alien would do if they found a ginger?
They fucking run away. They'd be like, "No, my natural enemy. I'm not gonna eat that shit. I don't want that gross blood on me."
All the ginger worms would take it over. We'd
The
have
gray aliens show up and they're just like, "Is that you, Dave? Dave, hold on. I'll touch that sensing rod in your butt. Come here." Ricky's like, "Oh, we're gonna do this again. Okay. I was out in the woods that one night."
Oh my gosh.
Fucking horrible. Oh man. There ain't no fucking way I'd be like. Did they not receive any kind of distress call? I played. So I played
No.
Alien Resurrection, and granted, this is made way. Alien Resurrection is made way after it and stuff like that. But there is a whole thing where they find the Nostromo's black box and flight recorder stuff, and they play it all stuff. But I think it gets destroyed in that game, so nobody knows anything about it. But it's like, you send a signal out, wouldn't it eventually get to somebody? You'd think. I don't know. Just feels like maybe you just don't go there. But maybe Weyland Yutani is like, fuck it. There's aliens down there. Let's get some humans down there so we can get them nice and impregnated, so we can take the aliens back to Earth because we're super smart.
Oh well, that's why that Paul Wright, what the hell's his name, Burke, was like, "Yeah, guys, I'm go check that thing out. Don't worry, everything's totally cool there. There's definitely no aliens."
Yeah.
The guy's like, "What? Okay, I guess we'll go check it out." And then I don't know. I mean, if it was me in that situation, I'd be like, I'm not going to do whatever this guy. Me and Ricky would be on the same page in that instance. The dude on the TV's telling us what to do. We'd look at each other and be like, couldn't find it. Like, reminder in my phone 2 weeks from now. Couldn't find the bullshit thing you were looking for. And then I copy and paste it. The guy's like, bullshit thing? What? The fuck are you talking about?
Shit,
But
Ricky,
you know what? We saved that colony.
Like, what are they gonna do? Come out there and arrest us?
I
Too
know.
fucking far away. Fuck
Yeah.
them.
Ricky'd be sitting in his fucking suit. His whole thing would be hot box, just be smoking his fucking.
That's all you see, just
visor.
smoking there.
See shit.
Dude, if that was outer space life on that planet, that's what I would be doing too. There's not even any trees to murder. My job is done. Like, I could go
eventually-
full dwarf at that point and just be like, get the marijuana in here.
Exactly.
What they
Guess-
were
make
trying
this
to do
happen.
was eventually put
Have
trees
your
there,
what is they 11Zs and second brunch and all that kind of good stuff. And
Yeah,
so. That's a Hobbit thing, Ricky, not a dwarf thing.
whatever, it's the same shit.
dwarf thing is probably like 11Zs where you double time your work effort.
True.
They're like, I'll just work twice as fast.
No way I get out of here twice as fast, and then I can.
No,
go back to
then
my
you
life.
just get
Twice
twice
as
as much done.
Well, fuck that.
They don't go home. They just work.
Yeah, they like to work.
Dwarves are badass. I wish I liked working as much as dwarves like working. Then I'd be like super successful. I'd just do whatever I wanted,
Like work.
which would be working a lot. Yeah, it would be great. My brother's like that sometimes. He gets obsessed with shit, and he'll just do that same shit. I guess my problem is I just keep getting obsessed with video games instead of, money making things.
That can be an
Dang
issue.
it. Well, I have a good time, and I think he spends a lot of his time being aggravated.
Yeah.
But so, what was I going to say? Oh, yeah. I think Ripley totally nailed. She went back, right? And she saved all those Marines' lives for a second, and then they got them killed again.
Yeah.
I bet she got over her nightmares because she faced her fears. That's what this whole movie's about. Is facing your fears, even if it's a scary ass monster.
And realizing that your fears are very well justified and warranted.
Well, I mean, she won. Not really warranted for her. She kicked its ass.
Kick its ass, Seabass.
I mean, I don't know how the fuck these Marines. I almost wish I could have had my brother like guest star, so he could be like, "No, we can all actually shoot." So I don't know who the fuck was even in this thing, because like my brother is a crazy shot. Like, you know, I think you have to be able to open sight hit somebody from 200 yards away.
I'm gonna say at this point in the thing, because the Marines are basically mercenaries. It's just like rando people that couldn't make money doing something else. They just hand guns and tell them, "All right, you're a Marine, now get out there." I don't think it's anything to do like what we have now, where there's a whole lot of training and you do all that shit. I feel like the Marines in these things, the Colonial Marines and Aliens, are just a bunch of people that if they didn't do this, they'd go be space pirates or some bullshit. So,
or they'd still be in jail.
Why would you train them though?
Because they're easy to replace. You send somebody out, what happens if a fucking airlock breaks or some shit like that? You just spend all that money.
So what you're saying is we're going full Soviet Union with the training program.
Yeah. You just give them a gun and go, "Here you go. If you guys survive, awesome.
No, they don't even do that, Steve. They're like, "Here's a uniform. You might get a gun. Kick their ass."
Yeah,
for the Soviet Union. Fuck yeah.
But they're all like owned by fucking corporations too. So those corporations aren't going to spend a whole bunch of money on something that somebody could die in fucking hyper sleep or some shit.
Well, and in many cases, like they expect them to die. Like anytime they, find one of those fucking stupid ships with fucking eggs in it, they're like, "Oh, let's go send out the cheap people."
Well, especially this squad, like that's what they were going for. They were trying to get these people, face huggered and all that stuff. So. It's just like, why would you send the guys you trained really well? These guys are like, "Yeah, you guys got the top training ever. You're the best fucking Marines ever." And then they sent them out. They're like, "No, they're not. They're not.
Yeah.
They suck so bad."
They might be the best trained Marines then.
That would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
You had a whole 16 hours of actual training. That is the best we've had in years.
It's like the fucking lieutenant or whatever.
Dan?
He'd only had
Lieutenant Dan.
He only had two combat drops, and that was the second one. Everything else was all in the simulator. So,
well, I mean, I'm kind of if you think about that, like the corporations have to pay them when they're not doing anything, right?
Yeah.
So what are they? They don't seem like they've had that much action, judging by their aim, general morale, ability to withstand have any kind of composure. So then what you do is you make them train, right? That way you're at least getting some money out of them. So I think these
do other work, do some other manual
that's what they're doing.
Something.
They show up and they're like, "No drops today." Fuck! I gotta answer the fucking phone again. No, we heard about the incident yesterday. You're on toilet duty. God damn it! I knew I shouldn't have asked that lady to take her top off. Damn it!
He was on the he was at the fucking place and told a recall. He was looking at the lady with 3 boobs.
He's on the customer service line, and she called up. She's like, "Yeah, my computer won't work." And he's like, "I know. Turn on your video chat. I'll help you fix it." Okay. You know what? You look very uncomfortable. Go ahead and take your top off, and then you'll get some air on your melons and be able to think clearly.
Exactly.
And then we'll get this fixed.
Yeah.
And the lady was
air
like,
on your melons
"That's not
makes you
going to
think
work."
better.
Yep.
I mean, air on my balls makes me think better.
Damn it.
It just does.
Oh man.
So Ricky,
Nope.
if you were in a hibernation pod,
I'm just going to tell you right now, the answer is probably no.
I think it's gonna be yes. If you were in a hibernation pod for any extended period of time, would you hotbox it?
Well, I mean, there's really no point. I mean, I'm not going to be breathing that in.
No, but see, if you hotbox it really good, then you go under. When you come back out of it, won't you still be super stoned? Because it basically stops everything.
I mean, it might be beneficial if I'm doing like a long,
somewhere. 6 month, 2 year
I would
trip.
just figure if I'm going somewhere I really don't want to go, like on an alien hunting mission.
So you'll wake up super stoned and just be like, "This is fucking awesome, guys."
Exactly, and then they just look at me like, like the captain looks at me, he's like, you know what, you're too fucking stoned to work. Like, go to the fucking sick bay, you fucking piece of shit. And I'm like, oh no, I don't get to go out and fucking get killed by a bunch of aliens. Boo hoo. Oh, woe is me. And then just light my pipe and continue walking away to the med bay where I just rig up, like a vaporizer out of the medical equipment and just sit there and continue to get stoned.
So
And
basically, Ricky's Private Hudson. He's Bill Paxton's character in this.
exactly, and then when I hear, shit hits the fan, I'm gonna pretty much like walk into our dropship with a goddamn flamethrower and just, look at every corner and just be like, all right. And then I'm gonna, end up lighting some cargo on fire, realize that was my weed stash, and it's just gonna start pulling out a bunch of weed, and it's gonna get the alien stone, which will drop down from the rafters because they're always either above you or below you. Like, it's pretty simple tactics here to like learn with the aliens. They're either below you or above you, so those are the two places you need to look.
Who's designing these ships is what I want to know.
The company trying to allow these aliens
talk about
to
like a terrible
people.
design. It's like Apple designed the ship, right?
It is.
Like,
it is.
oh, hey, we've got it so the ship works right now. In the middle of space adventure, when the fucking thing breaks, you're gonna have to get out this special tool to open the panel to get at the wall. But you're also gonna need to heat it up really hot to break the glue loose. Then you're going to have to get a suction cup to keep from breaking the glass with the cooling chamber, blah, 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 blah. And then you have like, I don't know, who actually makes stuff that's easy to work on? Because at this point, not even big machines like Caterpillar doesn't even do that anymore. Okay, the Timco spaceship, it's like, yeah, you just open this door and you can walk right in there and get at everything. It's totally easy. And they're like, wait, what? That's a thing?
Yeah. There's also this huge saw on the front end of the ship designed to mow down trees anytime you find a planet populated with these fucking asshole fucking
You know what would be
creatures.
badass, though? Like, why don't they just make it one giant-ass box with a couple of support beams and everything taped, just, like, bolted to the wall?
So
and
pretty
then
much like
have,
a
like,
board cube.
Just a giant board cube.
Yeah. But, I mean, hey, guess what? You could fucking work on everything, and good luck with the aliens hiding in the corner. Like, hey, I can see you over there. You're right there.
Just
like the aliens popped out of its thing and is running off. And he's like, I can see him. He's right there.
Just don't make it like an actual board cube because you see how fucking confusing those hallways are in those shows.
Oh,
no,
God.
not on the inside. I'm talking about strictly on the outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here's something really scary. You want to talk about the scariest thing ever, right? Would you, for $1 million, go take a whiff out of Ricky's pod that he's been in for 57 years?
Fuck no.
You go take a deep inhale.
I wouldn't want to smell anybody.
I feel like $1 million at that time would be like a weekly wages. So, no.
No, I'm talking about today's $1 million. So I don't care if it's 18,000 trillion, billion, million, quadrillion dollars. Then, in today's $1 million.
I'm going to throw up, but yes. I would probably throw up, though.
I can get away from the smell, right? I don't have to like get into the pod.
No, just smell
No,
it.
you have to stick your head into it and deeply inhale and hold it.
Until you vomit
30
or
seconds.
release.
And then you can walk away.
It'd be pretty rough, but I think I could do it. For $1 million,
I would do it too. I would just fill my nose up. I'd either be sick like I am now or put some Vicks Vapor Rub in my schnoz, and I'd be like, can't smell shit. All I can smell is this. I'd probably throw up from the Vicks. I'd be like, oh, God, this is overpowering. I can't deal with this.
Oh, man. Ricky, you'd be like the sergeant with the fucking cigar. You just come out, but you'd have a fucking joint instead of a cigar.
Where he's just like, fuck you. He just puts the thing in his mouth. He's like, fuck off.
Just grab the fucking door, shut it again. Come on, set me for another couple of years. I'll be all right. You guys finish whatever the fuck you're doing.
Wake me up when they make super pot.
Oh, man.
I would rewrite Ricky's name on his chamber to say Icy Wiener because he would enjoy it. He'd wake up and laugh at that.
Shit, everybody would be in trouble if Ricky was on the fucking crew to terraform a planet. There wouldn't be any plants that weren't weed. But like I've specifically designed these plants to to produce what we need on here. These are all weed plants, Ricky. Yes.
It's like, yeah, it's a a wonderful byproduct.
Well, it's not really all we. See,
But I will,
this-
but I will tell you this, right? There will be no war on my planet.
and this is a.
There will be
weed
no
tree.
fighting.
You gotta have weed trees.
Well, yeah, there will be.
Giant-
There'll be weed trees, weed bushes, weed grass. I mean,
this is Ricky's
actually-
Willy Wonka.
you know, I mean,
Like out of the, like out of the stuff that you could do, like so you can make hemp clothes.
hemp buildings.
You can have hemp
that shit's
seeds.
stronger than fucking steel.
Yeah, like they used to make back in the Model T, they made a door a fender panel out of hemp, and it's better than like if you made it out of steel.
Oh yeah.
But you know that's what I've heard like 18,000 times on Joe Rogan's podcast, so it must be true.
Exactly.
It seems legit, anyways. I mean, I've seen the stuff. Like you can watch the video when it fucking runs into stuff and it just pops back into shape.
Now hemp is
And I
actually
mean-
a incredibly strong fiber.
Yeah,
So,
it's like why the fuck
very
aren't we
fucking
using
cheap.
that? You know
Very
why?
fucking cheap.
Because some jackass didn't want to cut all of his trees down and plant hemp instead of having trees. Could you imagine how much better it would be if the
Jabroni.
woods was just full of hemp?
It's like giant pot plants just growing
Just
everywhere
pot
the size
plants
of trees.
as far as the eye could see. You just walk out, grab a bud off. It'd be like an apple tree.
Uh-huh.
You know, everybody's got them. We'd all just be blitzed out of our mind.
Exactly. That's why I'm saying there'd be no war or fighting. You'd be too fucking blitzed. Like, but now I will say this: there might be a munchie famine.
The Munchie famine of '87.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was a rough time.
They fucking they quit making Cheetos and Doritos at the same time. I thought there was going to be a war, but we all were like, when are we going to
Oh,
start the
man,
war? I
like-
don't know.
Who's gonna fight this war, man? Like, someone should really start a war. And like, I know, dude. As you just continue sitting there.
Johnny Appleseed would have had a totally different nickname. I don't know what it would have been, but it would have been something different.
I just want to see these aliens on weed. They're just like, you just like blitz them out and they're just like,
Got a little tiny mouth that comes out of their big mouth. Will have like a little joint in it.
he comes out and grabs the joint, pulls it back in, and then a bunch of smoke blows out of its mouth.
Maybe they'd be more like Paul and Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? That's the coolest alien I know, and I think he did
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
hook up, whatever.
You see, and then we can
Whatever
make
the cool kids
peace.
say.
Exactly. Exactly. You see, and then we can make peace with the aliens.
You
What-
know who I know would be worse off if weed was way more popular? Kelly. You'd see her and her legs would just be twitching all the time, and she'd be like, "Oh
Or
God!"
like a cartoon character.
Do you see that wall coming at me? That wall's coming at me. Bernie's gonna get me. Oh shit!
I'm high on life.
So, do you think? So, do you think the aliens would get high enough they try and have a conversation with their own little muncher tongue?
Probably.
Hey, what's going on in there, guys?
Exactly. Exactly.
Huh?
It's all like, dude, I'm so fucked up right now. The big one's like, yeah, I know. Fuck. Some good shit.
Imagine the big
I just
one.
want to see him dressed up like fucking Prince and Charlie Murphy on that skit with the Jerry curls and shit.
Oh, God damn it.
Oh man, you imagine how big how mad the big mouth would be every time the little mouth like took little snacks out of its hand and stuff. It's eating like Cheetos, and the little mouth grabs it out of his hand.
He's just like, "Shh," and then you see him go like a dog chasing his own tail.
Well, no, you see now what you do is you just
I
get
get
some.
it.
I'm eventually at least the smart ones will learn just to get some peanut butter. And that way, and that way you just gum the little one's mouth up with peanut butter, and then now you can eat your food.
I don't know if I'd be pulling this play out of the playbook if I was you, Ricky.
Well, I mean, like if you're considering the use of peanut butter like that, then that's your own problem. But
Like what?
you know
Please
what I mean.
elaborate, Ricky.
I'm not going to. I'm not going to.
Is that why we're out of peanut butter right now?
No, we got peanut butter in there. I think. I used it last night for the not last night, but like last week for the
Okay,
rat traps.
okay.
I can literally smell it on you.
Ricky.
Ricky's all,
That's my favorite Ricky face.
no, shit, they totally know. That's so weird. That would suck so bad to have those kind of aliens around
Yeah,
at
it would.
all. Like if they exist, because some like let's say we discover, let's say Ajit Pai's company, and
Uh-huh.
we know that he owns part of Verizon. So let's say Verizon is in space and they discover aliens. Ajit Pai's gonna have a stupid fucking face. He's be like, "We're gonna make $1 million off of this, yay! And I could fuck the internet over even worse. They'll chew through the IP lines."
Oh man.
Because there's so many shitbags like that. I like the Weed Planet idea better because I think those guys would be like, they'd be trying to figure out how they can finagle an extra joint out of somebody.
There'd be a whole lot of like creative ways, creative motherfuckers out there because they're always trying to figure out a way to make something into a bong. So there wouldn't be any apples without fucking holes in them and shit like that. And
Just like some dude with his mouth around the tailpipe of their car, and they're just like burning pot on the intake, trying to get it to come through. Yeah, I think the carbon monoxide really takes the edge off this high.
They could totally get a car to run on weed oil. There you go. Figure out a way to make an engine that runs on like weed oil, and then you can just suck off the exhaust. God damn it! I could have said that better. Oh man! Then you can just get high off the exhaust fumes anytime you want.
Which Cheech and Chong was the weed truck in?
Second one, I think.
Up in Smoke?
Yeah.
When the fucking thing's burning and it just gets everybody high.
Gets everyone high.
I love how
so-
Ricky knows which Cheech and Chong it was. But you
Well,
talk about
honestly, I'm ashamed of all of you for not knowing that because it's the classic. But anyways, so what would you rather deal with, a xenomorph or a necromorph from Dead Space?
Does everybody know what a necromorph is? It's like a zombie alien that you got to cut its limbs off to kill.
I don't know, because you look at like the xenomorph can reproduce super fast.
So can a necromorph. A necromorph, all it needs is a spire. A spire, and every living creature within like I don't
They
even
need
know
to
how many.
aspire.
Yeah,
Aspire
they
to
need
what?
Aspire to take over the planet, of course.
Like a Acer Aspire laptop? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
just
of
the
course, a
laptops.
laptop. Yeah.
However far that signal can reach from that Aspire laptop, they'll.
Oh fuck! The
take
Wi-Fi
over.
reach on an Acer laptop is really far. Sponsored by Acer.
Oh man! If I would have known these sponsorships were coming up, I'd put the thing on the screen.
Yeah.
If only.
Oh man!
Well, I mean, probably I don't know. I mean, do they have acid blood?
No,
Can they run at 80 miles an hour?
Yeah.
some of them probably can.
Some of them fly.
How would they fly? With wings?
Weird skin flaps. Yeah.
Yeah. They morph into different types of creatures depending on.
Boy, I don't
the
know. I mean,
function
that
of
one
it.
sounds bad too.
What are the creepy
Like
little
literally, like
babies?
just like pull out your phone and like look up necromorphs, and you'll see
They
what I'm
explode,
talking about.
yeah.
Like it's fucked up. Like
Why don't we play Dead Space together and you can tell me all about
that's
them?
the only one we can play together is Dead Space 2, I think.
3.
3? Okay.
2 has the multiplayer, like the competitive multiplayer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Competitive multiplayer with crazy animals.
Yeah, it's pretty much
That's
it.
weird.
Um,
Did you guys ever play AVP, the old classic first-person shooter on the PC?
I played a little bit. I didn't play very much, so not enough to really know anything about it. So
I was absolutely terrible at it.
yeah,
And there was a horde mode that I was okay at, but I would go on there and we still had a dial-up connection,
yeah.
and I'm
Oh,
pretty
no.
sure my ping was like on average about 380, so it was really solid connection.
No, that's pretty sweet. Yeah.
And I remember just running around and I'd start pushing down my mouse to shoot somebody, and then I was just dead.
Was
I'm
that
like,
the
what the
one that had the really shitty AI that they just fixed, or was that Colonial Marines?
The AI was not great. They had scripted stuff in that game, but what you would do is they had a multiplayer where you would you could be a predator, alien, or a marine.
Yeah.
And I could do okay as the alien because you could just blitz people really fast. And even with my slow connection, I would be on top of them, killing them, and then to them, my guy would run around the corner and then be in their face. So I figured out how to make it work the other way.
Yeah.
It was hilarious. And then I got like all these mean messages. You're a hacker. You suck. And of course, you know, I would send messages back like, that's what your mom said. You know.
Because you were like 12 playing
That's
it.
what she said last
Oh,
night.
I was 12. And then, you know, sometimes I'd be like, that makes me really hot. Keep going. You want to talk about what will really get people to quit like hating on you is just to say that. Oh God, that's getting me so hot. You just keep going. Don't stop. They're just like, shut up right there.
I feel like this is the same kind of shit you get in the Alien universe with those shitty computers. Like, you know, because this thing was made in the 80s, so that's the best they thought the computers would be. So, like, all these things are just like green screens with just fucking like huge fucking like keyboards and dot matrix printers and shit like that.
Don't you guys feel like this is the universe where the Silicon Valley happened in like 92 and then they just killed all the scientists and then the
Just destroyed it
computers
all.
we had was just what we had?
But like, we can make some sweet ass ships, but you know what? Computers, fuck that. We don't need that.
You know what's fucked is like the only person actually working on getting us into like Mars and stuff is like basically Elon Musk, a corporate guy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of sad for our country. I thought by the time that I was 30, there'd be like a bunch of ways to go to Mars and I'd be able to go blow stuff up on Jupiter, but no. I mean, I got lied to. You know what? I think I'm going to start suing PBS because they told me that I'd be able to do all this stuff in the future, and it hasn't happened yet.
Motherfuckers.
We were
You
also
know,
told we'd have
I
flying
identify
cars.
as a space explorer.
Nice. Damn it.
I don't, dude. Could you imagine? I mean, people can't even fucking drive a car.
Yeah.
Could you imagine flying cars? That's the silliest. That's the worst idea
so many
ever.
fucking people dying. Just
If you had cars like in Star Wars where, you know, the propulsion system doesn't have anything to do with like pushing air down
yeah.
or thrust or any of that stuff. It's just like some kind of levitation technology. Yeah, flying cars could totally be a thing. But I mean, how many, like, we just watched a video of this guy rail through a light and then a bum runs into the guy. I mean, that's what happens. Like, could you imagine that shit going on? The bum's got his fucking space bike and he's just pedaling it up, you know, right through everybody's fucking flying lanes.
Just falls
People
all the way to the ground.
Registered pilots smash airplanes into each other right now. That's happened at least twice.
Yeah.
In the 50 years of airplane technology, and there might be 1,000 airplanes in the sky at any one, you know, at any point in time.
I wonder how many airplanes are in the sky.
I mean, let's say there's 10,000. Okay, if you look at the 10,000 airplanes and then you look at all the square footage of the planet, they still manage to ram it into each other.
At any given time, there are about 5,000 commercial airplanes in the sky over there. That's just
even
over
worse.
the United States. Just over the United States.
Other countries don't count. We all know that.
Damn it.
Well, how many fucking airplanes are flying over Sweden?
Yep.
There's
Well,
probably like
you
three.
also-
Nobody goes to Sweden.
There's probably some kind of like ordinance
People
where
go
they
to
don't want.
Sweden.
they
But
don't
you
want,
also
like,
look
their
at
skies
all
cluttered
the
up.
all the movies though, and when it's like talking about the future, usually it's the United Nations of Earth or something like that. So pretty much like you can pretty much tell, yeah, America went all dictator and took over the world. And they succeeded.
Let's hope that doesn't happen because I can't think of a worse thing than adding more bureaucracy to what we already have an overwhelming amount of bureaucracy.
Yeah, but I mean that's
I mean-
the way how it usually is in the future. You know, it's America takes over and
You know what the future is going to be like, Ricky? When we're about 80, we're going to have to send in for a permit to wipe our butt so we can go to the bathroom.
we're gonna
and
have to
wipe our
send
butt
in
and
a
then flush
permit
it.
to die and get our birth
Yeah.
certificate or death certificate.
Yep.
Yeah. Like, hey, I like to die, about like a week from July, Like, oh, I'm sorry, sir, you were denied your claim to die.
I mean, like the alien. I mean, that would like. Could you imagine? I would love to see this though. Like some super bureaucrat, right? He's standing there, and the aliens just like charging him, just blasting through those lines, that are like do like those bank lines.
Mhm.
The aliens, he's like, "Sir, you're cutting through all the lines. I don't believe this guy. I'm gonna send him right back to the back of the line. Nobody fucks over my line." And then he gets his face eaten, and then I have a smile on my face from halfway across the world. I'm just like, I think a bureaucrat just died. Yes.
There was a great disturbance in my force, and it was a good one.
Yeah.
Jason, I'm surprised
The
you
Earth
not
just
brought
gets a
up
smile.
Halo whatsoever.
I know Halo was based off pretty much this movie, but I figured I'd leave that out.
Was it really?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of the stuff is. I wouldn't say the movie or the game itself was based off.
No, not the
it,
game
but,
itself.
like,
The
you look
ideas
at
that went into the game.
You look at the armor that the Marines are wearing. It's very similar to what Marines wear in Halo. Their dropship, the one that crashes, all that shit. That's a fucking Pelican.
Their actual main ship looks really similar to the flagships in Halo.
Yeah, so it's very much a.
And then what were you saying? The Sarge in this is pretty much Sarge.
Yeah.
Sergeant
same
Apon.
Sarge.
Basically, they copied that to make Sergeant Johnson fucking cigar.
So
and all
you're
that
saying
shit.
that Halo's a ripoff?
Yes,
yeah,
partially.
Yeah, Halo
How
was partially ripped off.
Dare you
Alien.
besmirch a beautiful franchise like Halo by accusing it of being like this 1986 limp dick show where half of it is spent with a guy and he's over there like, hey, we can't do it, guys.
That guy is
We're
also
game over,
There's
man.
a guy like that
in
the
Halo
first game.
1. There's actually that guy.
Yeah, so
I've played with that guy. So is Steve. We're playing Destiny just the other night, and he's like, "We can't do it, guys. We can't do it."
It's very true.
No, the original 4 guys that started making Halo though fully admitted out loud and in writing that they basically ripped off a ton of crap from the Aliens
Well, I mean,
movie.
that's what people do when they create stuff.
Yeah.
They take stuff from other popular culture and put it into things. So nothing's fucking original. Come on, man. This is probably this movie is probably based off of some other thing.
Oh yeah.
this fucking podcast is based off of something.
Well, yeah.
It's based off other podcasts, but I mean, it's original. It has me on it.
Sorry,
There's no other
Eric.
podcast where you're going to hear about anybody smiling about the death of a bureaucrat and how they like to have wind blown on their balls. You're welcome, guys. Sponsored by Wolf Cola.
Hey, look, you got that sponsor on the
Yeah.
screen.
There you go.
Oh man.
Oh.
Ricky. I don't you guys kind of wish they made more Halo games though?
Yes.
Now why can't they have an
They're still
alien
making
and
'em.
like a xenomorph in Halo now? Now I want to play that game.
It wouldn't fit their style of Halo. They'd have to
would
completely
it-
change the game. It wouldn't fit into the story anywhere.
You just turn the brightness down and then make them bum rush you from around a lot of tight corners. It'd be terrible, but it would be awful.
So you want a horror
But it'd be fun.
Halo game is what you're asking for.
Yeah, no, just do a horror Halo mode.
So like Halo meets
What does aliens
what
even
was
have
it,
to
Doom?
lose?
You'd have
Yeah.
to not play as Master Chief though. I think Master Chief would be too overpowered for that thing. You'd have to be like maybe an
No.
ODST. Yeah, because fucking
No.
aliens not getting through that shield, man.
Yes,
Chief
it
is gonna rip
is.
that thing
Are you
apart.
kidding me? One of those. I've been killed by one of those little guys.
The
if they can get
acid-
through the shield.
The acid would drip onto his armor shield, and it would just start sizzling away and popping, and he'd just shake it off the outer coating that protects it.
Yeah, but when 18 of them jump on him and hit him full speed, it would knock his shields off.
Well, that's just it. It's
I
gonna
mean-
take like 18 to even knock his shields off.
I mean, they literally run at 80 miles an hour. Could you imagine having
does
a
Master Chief.
250-pound thing running at 80 miles an hour into you?
Master Chief
Like-
is actually heavier than that, I think, and he weighs and he runs 80 miles
and
an
he's
hour.
fallen out of orbit and survived it.
Well, that's 'cause
Okay,
his
so
suit
what you're
locks
saying
up.
is
I'm just saying they wouldn't. I don't think Master Chief
What you're
would be
saying,
a good
right.
protagonist in it. I think you'd have to go with an ODST or something like that, which is a badass in itself, but just somebody who's more vulnerable that would it would make it more scary. If you're trying to make a horror game, you don't want to have the strongest dude ever going against these things.
Well,
that,
it's not Superman. Or
Might as
Iron
fucking
Man, for
well
that
be.
matter.
Might as well fucking
He'd
be.
better than Iron Man, I think. So he just can't fly. That'd be the only difference.
Give him his jetpack, he can fly.
Yeah, those jetpacks and Halos suck.
Yeah, with Iron Man though, Iron Man could hit him with everything he had, and he'd be like, "Whew, that hurt my shields for a second. Let me show you what I got."
Pull out the Spartan laser.
Are you
Yeah, there
guys?
you go.
Are you guys serious? I'm pretty sure Iron Man could kick the shit out of Master Chief.
I feel like Iron Man
Like-
would hack Master Chief's suit. Then that's
There's
what would
no
take him
way
down.
he wouldn't. First off, Master Chief is a dumbass. Okay, I watched him run off a cliff several times. Okay, he's an idiot. He'll
He's
do whatever
actually-
you tell him to do.
He's kind of a genius, actually.
Watch him
Yeah,
roll over a
because he
sticky
runs
bomb.
off of cliffs.
He was one of
Right?
the smartest kids in his class. Not the smartest, but he was one of the smartest kids in his class. And he can just disappear. Like, he doesn't, like, basically, he just disappears into his surroundings. He's really good at camouflaging himself.
I would give you Tony Stark winning because he would seduce Cortana into,
Hey,
you know,
Cortana.
to like, you know, just turning off of all of Master Chief's shit, and then you know, Stark would win and then take Cortana for himself.
Well, I
'Cause,
mean, and his guns really aren't that much. I mean, like, okay, so you have a battle rifle or a sniper rifle versus Tony Stark's like laser shit that will cut through walls.
He has those. That's what he was talking about when he said you pull out the Spartan laser.
He doesn't have it in his suit ready at any beck and time. I spent most of the game playing with that thing, and I can't find it. And I ran off a fucking cliff. This guy's an idiot.
5 times.
Yeah,
That's why
I'm a
he's a
five-time
five-time
run off the
champion.
cliff champion in Halo.
God damn it.
I don't know.
I've never seen Tony Stark run off a cliff before.
I feel like it
Haven't
could
you
go
watched
either
the
way.
First movie? He fucks himself up pretty good in the first movie when he's building that
He
suit.
never ran
Oh,
off
yeah.
a cliff. Never never ran off
into
a
a
cliff.
ceiling. If the ceiling wasn't there, he would have gone off the cliff. I feel.
He fell through
Maybe.
three layers of roof, basically. No, 2 layers. Like a roof, and then the first floor, and then into the basement. Maybe he hit 3 floors, and then crushed his own car.
But like I said, I would give you Tony Stark would win just because he would
Yeah.
be able to
He'd hack the suit.
He'd hack the suit, and then there's nothing Chief can do.
Which, yeah, modern Chief also doesn't have a Cortana unit of any kind, so it's questionable. It might even be easier to hack the suit. Because Cortana would protect the guy she loves.
Until Tony Stark talked her out of it.
I don't know.
Tony Stark's like, "How you doing?"
Well, he would just pretty much tell her, "I'll give
Tony
you a
Stark, I
body."
can tickle that code.
Well, I mean, Tony Stark would just like offer her her own body.
Oh, yeah, he's done
She'd
that
be
before.
like, "Okay."
He's all, "Hey, Vision, get the fuck out." Cortana's and then she puts him in there, and she's like, "Okay, let's." And then Paul Bettany is like getting ready to kiss Robert Downey Jr., and he's like, "I feel a little weird about this now."
Guess we should have put a
Oh,
different
boy.
like whole thing going on here.
Yeah, can you maybe make yourself a little more womanly? No. He's like, whoa, not while Pepper's looking.
Yeah. Oh man, this is from my college days.
Pulls out a whip. Sonic Cortana you never saw.
Ooh.
Unless you go to those websites Jason goes to.
Yeah, of course, obviously.
He's just doing research, you guys.
Oh, okay.
Just like when you're watching your documentaries with your tentacle documentaries.
No, it's research material.
Oh yeah, okay, Just in case those tentacles ever come up through the toilet, huh? You know what to do.
Dude, you actually want to know what like my scariest fucking thing that I like ever when I have okay, my most terrifying recurring nightmare is I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm having a really painful poop. It's like it hurts a lot. My stomach hurts, right? I'm having angry bowel syndrome. And then a fucking anaconda just like comes up between my legs and bites me in the face and has poop on it.
So like Dreamcatcher is a
Oh,
horrifying
God.
movie for you?
What's that?
Dreamcatcher is a horrifying movie for you then?
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, that's part of like the thing, like because the anaconda like rolls me up, right? But it's got poop on it. So not only I can't breathe, but I'm like, oh, it's on my face. There's corn. I should have never ate that corn.
So gross.
Oh,
Dude.
Well, it's a scary ass dream. Am I right? I mean, that's terrifying. I can't think of
So
anything.
what makes
scarier
it
than
terrifying for you is the fact that the anaconda has poo on it.
That makes it more. That makes it worse than it would be if it didn't.
Just adds
I
to
mean,
the
what
scare
if it-
factor.
What if it had frosting on it? Right? I'd be like, Well, it tasted nice.
No,
At least
no,
got
no.
I
all
know,
the
no,
flavor.
okay, no.
God.
I would be really worried and actually even more
It's all
disturbed.
sticky.
Okay,
Oh,
if
it's all sticky.
If it came out of my toilet where I was just pooping, covered
Yeah.
in frosting. Okay,
catching
I'm going to have
Dude,
more questions
Why
and be
would it
more
have
scared
frosting in
from
the
that.
toilet?
It was coming out of the toilet.
Are
You
we
didn't know
living in
that.
some alternate reality where instead of having water in the toilet, we have frosting in there?
No, you were just saying it was coming out of the toilet. You're like,
No,
what if it had
sorry.
frosting on it?
Instead of poop?
So if it's coming out, of the toilet,
I
but
didn't
instead
say
it's
it
got
came out of
poop,
the toilet
it's
again.
got
What I
frosting
said
on
was,
it.
what
That's
if
even
the
fucking
snakehead
worse.
was covered in frosting. All right. So let's say I got the world's biggest vat of frosting, and I was admiring how beautiful it was. And there's a tree over the top of it, and the anaconda falls in there, right? And then it sees me and is like, "You got fucking frosting all over me." And then it grabs me, pulls me into the vat of frosting. That's only like this deep, so I'm not suffocating in it. But then it's got frosting all over it, right? That's not as bad as coming out of the toilet with poop. It's not as
Okay,
bad.
but you see, now here's the thing, though. You never clarified that. So for us, the
Why
snake
would
is.
I need to clarify
Well,
that?
you should, because this is you we're
Why
talking
are
about,
you thinking
Eric.
about a snake with frosting in the toilet, Ricky? God
Why did
damn
you
it.
mention it,
You
Eric?
didn't,
Are
you
you
didn't picture
pooping
anything
frosting,
else.
Ricky?
That's what I'm wondering if you're doing, Eric. What the fuck is up with you? Why is there frosting in your toilet? All
I'm gonna tell you
right.
this, there was a brief period when I was in high school when I should have been pooping frosting as much as I was eating. I was eating a lot of frosting.
So
The
you're
lady
telling
at
me
the Safeway was like, "What the hell are you doing with all this frosting?" And I was like, "I'm just eating it.
His dog really liked it.
I like frosting."
So are you telling me that you'd lick a snake if it was covered in frosting?
If I was dying already, yes. If it had me wrapped up and I was gonna die, it's like, well, I mean, I might as well enjoy a little bit of. I mean, it's like if you get the shit beat out of you, right? When you're a little kid, you take your kid or you take the kid for ice cream. It's like, here, have a delicious treat to take your mind off getting the shit kicked out of you.
Fucking
That's
bitch.
something you do, right?
I guess I tell my daughter to punch
Yeah.
him
So
in the
of course
throat.
I would. I'm like, well, I'm gonna die. I might as well taste the delicious vanilla frosting.
That came out of the toilet.
No,
On
no
a snake.
toilet frosting.
Oh, this
Toilet
frosting.
frosting is not even frosting. That's not a sugary treat.
That's
You were
Ricky's
the
point
one.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. You were the one who didn't clarify that the snake was no longer coming out of a toilet.
Well, I thought
Okay.
you'd at least be bright enough to understand
Well, I
that.
thought, Eric, that you would
Oh,
understand
yeah.
that when you talk about things,
It's
it
context,
usually
Ricky. You dropped the poop part of it.
you
like the
don't
toilet
have
part's gone.
context, Eric. That's the thing. You lack that. You lack that ability.
I think you lack the ability to grasp it.
No, I think you lack
If
the
I
ability
say
to
it,
set
you don't get
context.
So I think what happened here is Eric was getting choked out by an anaconda, and as it's choking him out, he starts to go under. He's like, "Oh, chocolate frosting tastes like corn," and then he goes under.
Exactly. Yeah. There you go.
Chocolate
It's
frosting is not
Okay.
frosting. That's just chocolate glaze.
So back to the movie.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thanks. That new girl, like, I didn't understand where her family went bye-bye. Like, obviously the aliens killed the family, but how the family get there in the first place?
Oh, they were part of the
He's a
colonists.
colonist.
Yeah,
They
they
were
were
the ones
colonists.
who were terraforming the planet.
So they brought a bunch of families up there instead. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Their
they're going to be there
families-
pretty much forever. So you know.
Yeah,
might as well bring
exactly.
Your family, right?
Uh-huh.
Chances are they sent out the two guys to find out if the ship thing that she was talking about was real. Though both those guys got impregnated, they probably made it back just in time to hatch the things out of their chest, who then basically eliminated everybody that was there.
Yeah, I mean the families. Well,
that's where they picked up the
families
aliens in the
mostly
first
were
place.
colonists. Mostly.
Mostly. I know, like
That's
the two.
from this movie, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. The two greatest lines
that's
are
what I
like said
thought.
like right after each other, like it's game over, man, game
Yeah.
over. And then right after that, the girl's like, they come out at night. I'm out at night mostly.
Yeah, she does say it that way.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
mostly.
Mostly.
Because I'm not a huge South Park fan, but I do know.
Yeah,
amount
the
of
cat.
it.
Yeah, me and
And so
Steven
turn
were
to
actually
Eric
looking that
and go,
up. Exactly.
What's that?
Me and Steven were actually looking that up, and it's the cat orgy episode. Cartman uses that line.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So that's when the people who make South Park first seen aliens.
Exactly.
Sure, their third season. This is the first time they watched that movie.
That might be the case. Or they seen it again and they're like, "Yeah, we need to put that in the thing. We need to have Cartman say that."
Mostly.
Mostly.
How many? Now, like, how much do you think that was going wrong? I'm going around the office, like, for that episode.
People
like,
just
everyone-
saying mostly all the time.
Exactly.
Dude, how often did it go around our office? It was all the time.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Mostly.
Oh man.
God damn it.
Fuck, I had something. I don't remember what the hell it was.
Mostly had it.
Yeah.
Mostly.
Yeah, so like Bill Paxton was quite the skinny dude during this time period in his life.
Yeah.
And who is that?
Game over, man.
Oh,
Game
okay.
over, man.
He is in Agents of Shield as one of the characters in there, and he's kind of he's kind of a cool character in that too. If you've he's
Really?
yeah, one of the beginning of the series. So plays a character called John Garrett, and he's got a pretty cool kind of arc in that one.
That's
Just
cool.
kind of cool to see him in that. I was like, oh look, I know this guy. I've seen this guy before. So
Yeah, I remember. I think the first time I seen him was in Predator 2. So
Oh,
he's
yeah,
always
yeah.
like,
I'm like,
where,
who the
where
fuck
he's like,
was he? And I forgot. Yeah, he's the
like
cop
a
in that.
totally
Yeah.
different character though. Like in this, he's like, and then in Predator 2, he's like, I'm the best. Fuck you, man. And he's just like, the Predator's coming at him. And he's like, I'm gonna kick your ass, and then he dies.
Yeah, he plays a character really close to kind of that. I guess more of like, if that guy didn't die and he got older, he'd be that kind of guy. Still cocky, but maybe a
So
little
kind of like
more-
the Two Guns guy.
Was he in Two Guns too? God damn it!
Yeah, he was the bad guy in Two Guns.
Fuck, that's right. Yeah, no, I remember him now. Yeah, more like that, I guess. So
He was amazing in that film.
yeah, he was.
He's been in a lot of films, apparently, hasn't he?
Yes.
Good ones.
He's also in one where he's in a Mormon family, and I believe he's banging 3 different ladies.
That one's called Big Love, wasn't it?
I thought it was called Big Wiener.
It's
No,
probably
that's that
called
other
Big
one
Love.
with isn't it David Duchovny?
Damn it.
He's also Coconut Pete in fucking what the goddamn it? I just had it. Club Dread.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
he is, huh?
Oh man. All right, guys.
I want to see a Broken Lizard South Park collaboration.
That
like
would be
you
awesome.
want a cartoon or do you want like a live action?
You know what? Fuck it. I want to see a live action with cartoon effects.
Okay. Yeah.
I think that'd be awesome.
So pretty much
Zorn.
who killed or who framed Roger Rabbit or something like that.
Yeah, or Zorn.
I've never seen
Zorn.
Zorn, so
You should watch Zorn.
You
Pretty
would
sure
like
it's on Hulu.
Zorn.
Yeah, totally. There was only one season, so it's not like you have to watch a whole bunch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really good. What rating did you guys give this?
3.5 stars.
I also gave it 3.5 stars.
I did not expect that from you, Kelly.
yeah, I know.
Ricky?
I'll go 2.5 stars.
I expected that from you, Ricky. Jason?
I expected a 1 star.
Like I said, I do feel this is the best one, so I'm gonna give it 4 stars.
I gave it 3.5 stars. Next week's movie is my choice. It's also the beginning of our kind of horror movie Halloween kind of time. So I'm gonna choose 1408.
All right.
Hopefully that's not too scary, Kelly.
No, I can handle it.
All right.
I don't
The
think
other
Eric
name for
likes
the
this
movie is 208. Or is that not a time? Is that a number? Like a room
What?
number?
What are you talking about?
1408.
1408. That's a room number.
Oh, it's a room number. Never mind.
Okay.
I thought it was a time. I haven't seen it.
You're trying
Yeah.
to like military time? Yeah,
I thought
that's
it was
what you're doing?
military time.
Yeah. So Eric doesn't seem like he likes the movie too much.
It's It has some scary stuff in it that's not really all that scary on the screen, but if you let your imagination get away with you, it's pretty scary.
So watch it with your eyes closed.
Well, what's really scary is like, I'll talk about it later.
I haven't seen it in like 10 years, so I mean, it's going to be like a whole new movie to me.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I watched it. Also,
I know I liked it, I just can't remember. Oh, yeah.
There's just a part in the movie where you're like, what the fuck? And then it always got me like, is this going to happen to me one day? I'll just be like, oh shit. Oh shit, there's a frosting snake coming out of the toilet.
Oh my jeez, no, we're done.
All right, guys, that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll put that thing up on the screen there. Make sure you guys like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. Go to twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure, mixer.com/Turkader, and twitch.tv/Turkader Plays, as well as youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions. You can follow us on Twitter @HAP Gaming. You can follow me on Twitter @Turkader. You can follow Eric on Twitter
Facebook. Right
Quick and Severe.
You can follow Kelly on Twitter
Sugar Snuggles.
Forgot who I was going to next. You can follow Ricky on Twitter
Furry Twitter ball.
And you can follow Jason on Twitter
Unbelievable one.
Why'd you do that?
Because I'm right behind the fucking F.
So? Nobody needs to see you. It's better than where Kelly was before I redid everything. Because she was like right in the middle of the screen where everything was just
Oh, yeah. Right now on mine, she's totally just in the middle.
Yeah. Let's see. Go to twitch.tv/Heroic Adventure and subscribe using Twitch Prime. That'll help us out. We are Twitch affiliates, so give us a little bit of money in our pocket. That way we don't have to do our day jobs as much, and we can do this more often. You can also email us at Steve, Eric, Kelly, Jason, and Ricky at hapgaming.com. Each one of those names individually at hapgaming.com. You can find all this stuff that I've been talking about in the descriptions on youtube.com/Heroic Adventure Productions and twitch.tv/Turkader Plays. There's also some donate links at the bottom of that, so you can donate to Eric and I's PayPal account. That'll help us out, paying for hosting and all that stuff. So
Just send us stuff.
Yeah, send us stuff. We should set
Do
up
that.
a P.O. box and have
Whatever
people
you want to
send
send us. Some candy, I don't care. I'll give it to Steve.
Well, we'll need a.
He loves
we'll need
pocket candy.
I do love pocket candy. We'll need a P.O. box for that. I'm not giving away my home address on the thing.
Ricky needs.
I'll give away my home address. I don't care. If
Ricky
they want to
needs
show up
used
and mess
toys.
with my dogs.
Good luck.
Don't tell.
Could
people
you
that
imagine the
Ricky
dummy
Hussein is-
troll that would think that's a great idea? Hey, let's go to that guy's house. He's got scary dogs. He works out in the woods and can make people disappear super easy. Let's go be a dick to that guy at his remote address. Let's do it.
He sounds like Barney, got on drugs.
That's what's what those trolls sound like, dude. You know that's what they sound like.
Wanna reach my Barney bag?
Look, I'm gonna send this to some guy. You suck. Oh, I got him really good, guys. You guys see that text I just sent him? You should kill yourself. That's what I'm sending him.
All right, guys, that's gonna be it. We'll talk to you next week as we talk about 1408. But until then, join us on Wednesday. We'll be playing something. Don't know what it is yet. We'll figure it out. That's it though. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.